Welcome to another video of Food Nourish Deep Dives, the videocast of foodnourish.net, where we explore topics like health, food, supplements, and alternative approaches to health and wellness. Today, we are tackling a really fascinating and frankly pretty alarming topic. What if I told you that even with what everyone considers a perfect BMI, you could be walking around with a major hidden health risk? Let's dive in. So imagine this. You step on the scale, you do the math for your BMI, and boom, the number lands right in that healthy sweet spot. You probably feel like you've got it all figured out, right? But what if that number is actually hiding a dangerous secret? This is the paradox we're exploring today. How a perfect BMI just doesn't give you the full picture of your health. So, where does the body mass index, or BMI, go wrong? Well, look, it's a useful tool for sure, but it has one huge blind spot. It tells you about your weight relative to your height, but it tells you absolutely nothing about where your body is storing fat. And as we're about to find out, that little detail, well, it changes everything. This right here gets to the heart of the issue. On one hand, you have subcutaneous fat. That's the stuff right under your skin. You know, the fat you can actually pinch. But then you have visceral fat. This is the sneaky, invisible fat that's packed deep inside your abdomen, wrapped around your vital organs. And unlike the fat you can see, this stuff is highly active, like a little factory constantly pumping out compounds that cause inflammation all over your body. Let's be crystal clear about this. Visceral fat isn't just sitting there for storage. It's basically an active organ that's fueling chronic, low-grade inflammation. And that inflammation is a key ingredient in so many of the diseases we all want to avoid, especially things like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. And here is the absolute key, summed up perfectly by Dr. Brad Stanfield. You can absolutely be lean everywhere else, have that normal BMI, but still be carrying an unhealthy amount of visceral fat internally. You know, you might have heard the term skinny fat. Well, this is basically what that's describing. And listen, this isn't just a theory, it's a very real hidden health crisis. And a massive new study from the World Health Organization has just pulled back the curtain, showing us the true scale of this problem. Now, what makes this study so powerful is its sheer size. I mean, we're talking about data from almost 500,000 people across 91 countries, and the researchers specifically honed in on the exact group we're discussing, people who have a normal BMI. And what they found is just staggering. About 1 in 5 adults across the globe, that's 20% of people who think they're in the clear because of their BMI, actually have dangerous levels of this hidden visceral fat. That's a massive overlooked population at risk. So what does this increased risk actually look like in real numbers? For someone with a normal BMI but a high waistline, the chance of having type 2 diabetes is a whopping 81% higher. The risk for high triglycerides jumps 56%, and for high cholesterol, it's up 40%. These are not small numbers. This is a serious red flag. And this is why it's a hidden crisis. Most clinical guidelines, the ones your doctor probably uses, often just default to BMI as the main screening tool. And that means countless people are being told, hey, you're healthy, while this huge risk factor is completely flying under the radar. It's falling right through the cracks of the system. You know, seeing how the standard system might miss something so important really just highlights the need for us to be proactive about our own health. And that means not just measuring our own risk, but also finding the best resources to support our wellness journey. On that note, if you are looking for deals on some top quality supplements and wellness products, you should definitely check out foodnourish.net/deals. They've gathered offers from major brands like Perpetual Life, iHerb, Source Naturals, Nootropics Depot, BioOptimizers, the whole shebang. You can find the link for that right in the description of this video. Okay, now let's get back to what you can do about all this. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the problem. Let's shift to the solution. The really good news is you don't need a fancy, expensive scan to get a handle on your risk. You can do this right now, at home, with just a simple tape measure. I'm going to walk you through a super easy 3-step guide. First, you're going to stand up and find the very top of your hip bone on your side. That little bony part, that's your landmark. Second, wrap a flexible tape measure around your body right at that level. Maybe use a mirror to make sure it's horizontal all the way around. And finally, just relax, breathe out normally, don't suck in your stomach, and then just take the reading. Simple as that. So now you have your number. What does it mean? Well, if your BMI is in that normal range, the study gives us these really clear cutoffs. For women, a waist measurement of 80 centimeters, or about 31 inches or more, that indicates increased risk. For men, the number you're looking for is 94 centimeters, or about 37 inches. So the big takeaway here is really, really simple. Your bathroom scale is only giving you a tiny part of the picture. To understand your actual risk from visceral fat, that tape measure is the tool that tells the much more important story. It's a simple but powerful addition to your health toolkit. So this brings us to the final and most crucial question for you to ask yourself. You know what the scale says, but that's only part of the story. The real question is, what is your waistline telling you? What is it revealing about your health that your BMI might be hiding? For a deeper dive into the WHO study and the science behind all this, you can check out the resource article linked in the video's description. Thank you so much for joining me. If you found this useful, please do us a favor and hit that like button. It really helps us grow our channel and continue delivering these deep dives. And of course, subscribe to our channel so you never miss another video. We'll see you in the next one.